them from slavery and led them to the promised land. The trip should have taken how much? About 11 days, but instead it took what? Now you see why I'm talking to you. Where God is trying to take you, you cannot take this dysfunctional, broke arm, broke down, oh me, oh my, I think I'm going to die, kind of pitiful way. You can't be late and expect to get a first-class blessing. You cannot talk and expect God to bless you and you still stay silent. Come on. I wish I had a mother in here that know, what do you do to a crying baby? You find out what's wrong and you feed it. A baby that's sitting there doing nothing, ain't nothing to do for it. So when you sit in God's house and you don't have nothing to say, nothing to do, you just in here today, I just showed up. Then how can God deliver something to you when you're not even open to receive anything from God? Does this make sense? Come on now, where did I stop at? Come on, why? See, too much of your feelings and emotions get in the way of where you're going. Now, here is what I would say. Stop. Don't let someone or something pimp your purpose. And the attitude that's in this house right now is that you've been played and you've been pimped. See, God has no interest in you telling someone, oh, the Lord bless me, Lord bless me. You telling people that, no, what's your lifestyle like? Every time you have a problem, you get played. This is what I wrote. I said this last week. We've been taught and programmed to trade a problem in for a blessing. This is why a lot of people go to church. They got a problem. Oh, Lord, fix my problem. But the problem is, if God fix your problem, you have not changed. You're going to be back next week because you're going to have a different problem and you want God to fix your problem, and that's not a spiritual, healthy relationship. Do we not understand the text of the Bible? For God is a spirit. So what should you be worshiping God with? Then why you keep telling God about your problems? He says your Father already know what you have need of even before. But what's 85% of your prayer? Lord, if you just let me out, or Lord, if you. This is why it took them 40 years to get somewhere that it should have only taken them 11 days. Come on, let's read.
Because they were constantly complaining about everything.
Y'all need to underline that. How many of y'all complain every day? And all you need is somebody to listen. You're always talking about something broke down, something trotting, something dysfunctional. I want you to underline that. I want you, because this is something, and go ahead and say, him talking to me today. See, you need to get off the roller coaster. You're just up and down with God. There's no consistency. Satan can get to you too quick. Let Satan say something, you all off course. Come on, let's read this again. Come on.
Because they were constantly complaining.
Constantly complaining. Well, I ain't got no friends. That's a good reason you don't have no friends. You complain every time. You complain all the time. Well, Pastor don't let me do nothing. That's the reason Pastor don't let you do nothing. You complain all the time. We're trying to get the children to grow. We don't need them to know that you got 2 flat tires. And your bank account don't got a negative $20 in it. And you want to tell everybody about your 3rd grade problems? And who walked out on you in your life? Am I making sense? Come on, read this again. Now, see, this sounds like a group. They were constantly what? Constantly. Underline that. Constantly. Some people complain all the time. And let me go ahead and say this. And they're cute and they're attractive. And you think you can fix them. You just got with stupid. He got a lot of problems. If I get with him and I can help him out and he'll love me. When people are desperate, they'll take any hand that reach in the ditch to pull them up. And some people you have reached out to who had no intentions of being with you, but they use you because you made yourself available. Now, this ain't going to go over well now. I'm going to tell you that right now. This ain't going to go over well. What does it say? Change? Having a fresh mental and spiritual attitude. Come on, let's read. Where were we at? How do you complain about free food? You're going to eat your cornbread. How do you complain about free food? Do y'all know who them people was? Don't y'all say that. They complain about free food. I thought they was hungry. They weren't too hungry, they started complaining. How many people you know you've done stuff for to complain about what you've done? You spent your money, you spent your time, and they complain. Am I helping you? All right, come on. And you just with your crazy bucket head. Okay, I'll go. You tell you want bacon biscuit? I'm sorry about your sausage biscuit. They both pork. Am I right or wrong? All right, come on.
And anytime something difficult crossed their path, they were ready to give up and go back to Egypt.
Who you know? Who you know? Some people keep reaching back to people that ain't where you are. You keep reaching back to people that's not even where you at, and your psychological, your pathological mind tells you, oh, you need to be with him, you need to talk to him, you need to talk to her. They are from your past. They are not a part of your. There's a reason the limb broke off the tree. There's a reason the limb broke off the tree. And you back trying to put a piece of limb on a tree, and there's no space and place for it. There's a reason the leaf fell off the tree. And you back in your past trying to put somebody and something back together when it is no longer a fit for where you're going. So every time it get tough in unfamiliar land, you want to go back to the mud. You want to go back because you're comfortable. Because you don't want to be reshaped and remolded. You want to go back to what was, because what was didn't have no standards when you were there. Oh, I wish you, but because they reached in your spirit, they're connected to your spirit. So your carnality, your weakness start pulling you back to where you left. So now you're making a trip back to poverty, to the mud, to the slide, to the dysfunction, and it feels good because you're familiar with it. But you want God to put you in a new day, but you yet got an old mindset. And you want God to make the trash work. You want God to make failure work. I said it before. There's a reason the limb fell off the tree. It was no longer a part of the growth. Why are you reaching down, focusing on what was, and not preparing yourself for what is, and not even getting in position for what's to come? It's because you want new things, but you got the same old dysfunctional attitude you had before. Because you hadn't vomited up yet. You hadn't purged it. See, people think being lonely and being single is a bad thing. It's your purging and your preparation time. We just talking. You talking to the death. You ain't talking about the resurrection. You talking to the death. The Bible told Peter, he said, Satan has desired to sift you. He ain't coming to get you quickly. He's going to slowly draw you out. And leave you like he left you before. You thought you broke up. Sometime God broke you up. Come on, let's read. Come and keep going. We got to read that again. And anytime. How many of you know that? How many of y'all know people do that? Every time something crosses that, I ain't going back. I ain't, you know, I don't care nobody, you know, he rough, he tough. You know, I need somebody to tell me how good I am. If you don't know how good you are, that's your problem. Okay? I'm not trying to tell you how great you are. I'm trying to get you better. I'm trying to get the bacteria of sin out of you. Okay? And sometimes you need a long, deep needle. Any of y'all ever had that deep shot with that long needle? They don't put it in the place you're happy with. They put it in a deep place. They don't put it in the place you're happy with. You're going to put it in my arm? Mm-mm. You're going to put it in my thigh? Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to hit you where? You go, come on. You're all exposed. Come on. And every. Where we all at? Uh-huh. Look at somebody say, you quit all the time. You quit all the time. You quit all the time. You need somebody to motivate you. You need to motivate. Come on, everybody. 1, 2. Come on, everybody. 2, 3. Come on, everybody. 4, 5. Come on, everybody. 5, 6. You need, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I gotta have my coffee in the morning. What you gonna do in hell when there ain't no coffee down there? No Starbucks. Just what you gonna do when you get down there? Some of y'all gonna have panic attacks in hell. How you gonna just they ain't got no coffee down here. Come on. Because see, every time you want to go back, you're telling God you're unhappy with the transition. Every time you what? Go back, you're telling God you're unhappy with the transition. And the Bible says, and this is why I tell people, don't play me when it comes to the Bible. He says, behold, you become a new creature. As God is reinventing you, you're not happy with what he's doing in you, so you turn back to your old vomit. And so when you start complaining, you are telling God, I am not happy with the transition because I like the old vomit that I used to eat. I like being stupid. Y'all remember the song? I like, and I cannot. That's what y'all looking at me like, oh, I can't believe he said. That's what you're saying to God. I like poverty. I like being stupid. I like struggle. I don't like change. Every time. How many times have God started taking you through a transition and you quit? Because you went through the transition again in your feelings and your emotions, and because God doesn't agree with you, you fall out with God like you can make it better. You fall out with God. You fall out with, yes you do. Somebody asked me, oh, I can't wait on the word today. I said, you ain't gonna like this word today. This gonna be, yeah, there you go, eat this cake, Anna Man. You're gonna get this cake today, Anna Man. Am I making sense? Come on, read. Somebody put a pin when we stop next time. Do what now? Back, you cried for 400. Lord, if you let me go this time, Jesus, I promise you, Lord, I'm going to do right. Lord, if you get me out of this trouble. Lord, if you help me pay this bill this time, Lord. Lord, let me pay them people, Jesus. Lord, don't let them get my car, Lord. Lord, you know I need my car. Jesus, like, you don't even go to church with your car. You want me to keep them from getting your car, and neither you or your car have parked at the church. Y'all didn't even come by drive-through worship. Prayer in the parking lot. You didn't even come by for that. But you're praying, and Lord, if you just, Jesus, like you could be at church right now. And you want to go back to being unhappy. You want to go back. Remember what I said. Don't let someone or something pimp your purpose. And how they pimp your purpose is they start messing with your thoughts. Because you're not focused on your intellect and intelligence, your spiritual insight, your spiritual foresight. You are focused on your feelings and how you feel today. Well, it's a little cool today. You know, it's a little cool, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go outside. Look, this might be your last time. You better take that big mule head on outside and enjoy the first day of the fall weather. You see what I'm saying? But you want it to be perfect. Look at somebody say, it won't be perfect. Keep moving. It won't be perfect. Keep moving. Take your attitude, put it in your pocket, and shut your big, thick rubber lips and keep moving. Yeah, I said it. This is my show. It ain't your show. Big rubber lips. Just. Come on. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Now, who you going to hang out with? See, it's easy to talk to stupid people. Yeah, I won't go either. You ain't working with me. You're talking to a slave. You talking to somebody fresh out of slavery. Well, child, it just worked for me. I thought it was. It don't fit me. Then that's where you need to be, because it's going to help you change. See, if everything fits you, you don't grow. That's why I tell people, I ain't never heard nobody, and it could happen. It could happen. It could happen. But if people leave this ministry, they didn't leave this ministry because they outgrew this ministry. They left this ministry because they couldn't handle what this ministry was saying. Because if you can outgrow this ministry, you need to go on to heaven. If you can outgrow, look at this. Yes, I said it. Yep. I'm not bragging. I'm just being honest with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's just men. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who your crowd? Who you hanging with? They ain't going. Who you comfortable with? They ain't going. Who your best bosom buddy? They ain't going. Who you talking to on the phone? They ain't going. Because they talking about what was and what ain't. They ain't going. You don't want to talk to people that say, you in school? I can't talk to them. All up in my business. Because the 2% going to say, when you start? I thought you were going to leave that group alone because that group never produced. I ain't talking to them. I want. That's the 2%. See, but the ones they like is at the liquor fish cookout. That's who they like to hang with. Yeah. You get the head bag. Got to get the head right. Yeah, child. Yeah. Girl, he look cute. Anything look cute when you're drunk. Drinking just gives you the nerve to do what you wanted to do the whole time. Ain't nobody. Y'all want me to quit now? See, because there's one or two people in your life that'll tell you the truth. The rest of the people just tell you what you want to hear. It's okay, sugar. It's okay. Don't you? I wouldn't go to school either. I wouldn't start no business. Girl, it's a pandemic. Why would you let people pimp your purpose? Well, if ain't nobody saying anything, so I'm not going to say anything. So, listen, my blessing, my revelation, I'm not going to not serve God because I don't like you. I don't really care about you. I'm serving God because I need my blessing. I need my health. I need my strength. I need his wisdom. I am not concerned about being in agreement with you, because when God brought us together, we didn't sign no agreement paper. My job is to help you get ready to see Jesus and win souls for the kingdom. You ain't never got to like me. I'm not trying to be popular. Hercules. I don't care about Hercules. I'm trying to get your soul ready. That if you got to stand before God at 3 o'clock this afternoon, you can stand before God with a clear conscience. I just saw where some 38-year-old man died in a crash. Some mother just killed her baby, burned it. Stupid. So you're right, young man. Did you finish your question? Yeah. So the people who are going to guide you are often the people you don't like. And the problem is your enemy came to teach you, but you didn't want to listen to your enemy because you focus on them being your enemy and not getting the information. You need to get the information. Don't worry about who brought it. Old folk used to say the devil brought the food, but God said it. Don't care nothing about the devil. As long as you got the food, eat the food. See, you're trying to agree with everybody. And when you agree with everybody, you're going in the wrong direction. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? I want to be close to my pastor. You may not, honey, I'm going to tell you the truth. Because if you get close to me, you might get cut. That right there walked up to me, asked me a question. I was just coming down. I said, don't get close to me when I'm coming down. There's a difference. And I just want to know. And then when I told them, they left the church. She been there, she left. Wounded. Then sent me an email. I ain't going to call her name. Send me an email. Well, I'm going to seek God and pray for what direction that he will lead me and my family. And I'm sitting there saying to my desk, you going to outpray me? That's my Holy Ghost laughing. Your anointing is going to overraise mine? And I'm telling you what God said? It ain't me. I'm telling you, I'm just a vessel. I'm telling you what God said for your life. And you get mad at me and walk off and then send me an email and say, you going to pray? You think your prayers can get higher than mine? Yes. Welcome back, Carter. Come on. Uh-huh. Now, what do y'all get out of that? What do y'all get out of that? There's two things. And I said this before, and someone wrote me about it, and it was okay. God never called you a Christian. He called you a believer. See, a lot of people who claim Christianity don't believe. They use religion or make it religion to take control of people. Because if I can control your faith, I can control you. But the text goes on and says, believers what? Yet. So if you're on the merry-go-round and you keep coming back to the same issues and the same problems, you are in the wilderness. If you're broke, you're in the wilderness because you have prospered, but yet you didn't handle prosperity right. This is why I'm teaching this. Because when you don't handle prosperity right, you will go back to where you were. See, it's time to get off the roller coaster. And this is why I felt this was important, because the next thing I said, don't let someone or something pimp your purpose. Watch this. Your oppression is not their reality. People who take from you, people who misuse you, are not in their conscious right mind. You are just available to use. Am I making sense? See, you thought it was love, and to them, it was convenience. Am I making sense? And so you're all hung up in this love triangle when it wasn't never love on their behalf. It was convenience. So come on, let's reach. So then your oppression, and so now you feel like, man, why am I going through this? Why me and her couldn't work? You were convenient. You took her mind off her problems. You took her away from her reality. You took him away from his reality. You took him to the fair, but the fair finally closed. And so now you all have kids, and you wonder how in the world, this is an adult show, did I be with that? What was I thinking? Good googly goose. You was at the fair, baby. You was at an event. You were at a carnival. You were at an event. You wasn't at your real self in your right mind. If you would have been at your real self in your right mind, you never would have fooled with that bucket head and box of rocks in the first place. But because you were caught up in your feelings and emotions and you thought you were the hottest thing on earth, and they help you forget about your problems and your emptiness, and you felt good about yourself. Now they done cussed you out, called you names. They done said everything, and you sitting there saying, I just want to kill him, Jesus. Do you forgive for murder? The kids will say, yes, he do. We better watch him. He be shanking you in the shirt. The Lord gonna forgive me, but I'm gonna go here to get you out of here. Am I making sense? See it? Yes. Yes. See, you put on that clown mask and pretend. You remember, and people fell out with me when I said you don't need to be faking it, because when you're faking it, you're not being you. And then when you get around a bunch of fakers, when do you go back to you? And by the time you go back to you, you so far away from the reality of who you are, now you just out here floating on the boat. You're just out here on the boat. Babies don't know where they should be. Kids don't have a future. Grandkids don't have a future, because you just still out here on the boat. Looking for love when you hadn't learned how to love yourself. Oh, I think I want to meet somebody. You ain't ready to meet nobody. Go somewhere and sit your rubber neck down. Sit your donkey down somewhere. You ain't ready to meet nobody. Just feeling I just got to do something. I just got to do something. You're going back to guano, going back to doo-doo. And so you so used to the stench, you don't even know what it smells like. It's all right in here. You like you don't smell like it. No, they used to the smell. Am I making sense? You got to make up your mind. You trying to be a Christian or you trying to be a believer? A Christian and a believer don't act the same way. Oh, I go to church. A whole lot of people go to church. And a whole lot of people go to church, hang, shoot, kill, rob, steal, and lie on people. And write laws to take advantage of people. A whole lot of people go to church. Oh, yeah, we fed the homeless today. But you molested 12 of them. And you do it in the name of the Lord. You're not doing that for Jesus. My grandmother would say, oh, dirty devil. Come on. Are you what? Look at somebody. Say, you want them? You want you with them? You with them? You with the crowd? You with the crowd? Come on, you with the crowd? Oh, do you with the crowd? Well, you know, my home church, this is what I don't understand. This is my home church. Home church, look at the graveyard at your home church. They ain't cut that since your great-great-great-grandpappy died. But look, I'm gonna be bad at my own church. That's my own church. They don't even know you. They on their fifth pastor, and you still talking about your home church. Are you one of them? Do you feel? Come on. Look at somebody and say, baby, how long you been out here? And say, you know, remember I told you about the homeless guy? I was going in QT, and he came up, man. Hey, man. Hey. I said, what? Yeah, I've been out here since 87. I said, what? I've been out here since 87. I said, well, then ain't nothing in my pocket's going to help you. Because if you've been out here since 87, you ain't figured out why you still out here. Hey, man, look here. Ain't nothing I can give you. You've been out here a long time. You've been out here a long time. Ain't nothing I can do to help you. Yeah, you at home. This is a charge. Remember I said the man at the pool of Bethesda. See, some people you dealing with are Bethesda pool temper, always complaining. You know, every time I try to get in the water, somebody beat me to it. I've been here. Look, if you saw the angel first, how did you not get your rusty hips in the water? You should have slid in the pool before the angel come. Fact, the angel should have saw you in the pool, butt naked. Hey, I'm first today. Instead, everybody come late and beat you and get the blessing. Now here comes Jesus. But because of your same behavior, you're going to tell Jesus, look here, Jesus. I've been out here 38 years. And everybody done got in the pool. I done seen people heal. I done seen the lame walk. And Jesus, I'm still afflicted. Jesus said, take up your bed and come on here. Which means you ain't putting no effort in it. You ain't trying to get better. You want to be saved and still be a dirty devil. You want to be saved and still be a low-down, dirty scoundrel. You want to be saved and still a liar. You want to be saved and still do what you want to do and have the attitude you want to have. But you want to be saved. You can't go to heaven cussing. We got to get the cussing out down here. You can't go to heaven. Well, Jesus laying there, they ain't got my medication today, Jesus. Is no, I don't know how I'm going to be today, Jesus. Jesus. You there? Here you go. I didn't come for your problems. I came for your resurrection. I didn't come to hear about what they've done to you. I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Come on, let's read, because this was not my lesson, but we right here, right here, right here, right now.
If so, here's your answer. Strip yourselves of your former nature, put off and discard your old unrenewed self, which characterized your previous manner of life, and become corrupt through lust and desires that spring from delusion.
See, just delusional. Delu- delu- and you get mad when somebody tell you, you do. You fall out with me when I tell you. You do. You can't see because you're caught up in your feelings. See, that small thing that I said that we don't develop, that intellect and intelligence. See, we don't teach our kids because our kids just, no, boo-boo, I need you to think. There's a little small thing inside your head. And really, if you really, really dig, you know, in Africa, they discovered there was a third eye inside. That's where the intelligence is. And if you don't build that, look it up. You know how y'all women be wearing the eyeshadow, had a long eye thing like that, look like eye. Is it, they and you know, I ain't trying to pick at nobody because you know, so it used to be like on the corner, and then you know it start going, you know, and it's a third eye. That's the intellect. Yes, and you deal more with your feelings and your emotions than building the platform of your intelligence and intellect. People don't have to like you, but when you open your mouth, they must respect you. But if you're so emotional, not a Christian can take advantage of you based on what they tell you because of your emotions. You want to know? Is it? Okay. That's why you have to have young people. They look up stuff. Him said what? Him said what? They look up stuff. You know, back then we just believe what the preacher did. The devil gonna say it. The little kids now they be like, grandpa, now. That ain't how you do it. It's all good. Come on, let's read. But let's go back over that. Do you feel like you have been circling? Now, I want you to pause for a moment because I'm almost done. You feel like you've been just circling. You just, Mama, I can't get out. Daddy, I just can't get out. Mama's like, I keep being stuck. It's like, you know, and it look like every time it takes a long time for you to come back to reality. And that's because the enemy is spinning a web of delusion in your mind. And so he feeds your appetite of lust. He feeds your appetite of loneliness. He feeds your appetite of disgust. He feeds it. And so then you're eating this poison and you don't realize how much time you've lost. And then it takes you a while to circle back. And then when you circle back and you see how far off you are, then the enemy says, then you don't need to try to go. Be comfortable in failure. Be lucky. And the young man, you got it. When you said, you mean 1.5 million? That's just men. That's not including women and children. Only 2 of the original. Because you keep circling. And the more you circle, you keep getting wider and wider out of the parameters. And so then when you circle back, now you're subconscious and the spirit tells you, you don't need to go back over there. Stay out here. And that's when the illusion begins to pimp your purpose. Come on, let's read this again, and we're going to close.
Do you feel like you've been circling the same mountain for too long?
Same problem. Come on.
If so, here's your answer. Strip yourselves of your former nature.
But no, see, here's the problem. Strip yourself. Yes, sir. See, you get someone else to cover you up so you don't see yourself.
My God.
And God says, I need you by yourself so then you can know yourself, so then you can strip yourself. Don't worry about fixing him. Don't worry about fixing her. Don't worry about connecting with her. You need to fix you. Get other people's name out your mouth. Okay? Quit trying to deliver them when you can't deliver yourself. Quit trying. Get my keys. I'm going to take a minute. Get my keys, go to my car, and pull out one of my red fireman helmets that's on the back seat. See, when you become delusional, can I work with you for a minute? You forget about you, but your pain didn't go away. You just hid it. Am I making sense? Go get my keys. And so then Satan will send you a sucker to distract your attitude. So you focus on helping someone. So then you don't focus on you. Am I making sense? And so you take the pain. You take on their pain when you hadn't dealt with your pain. And so now you're out here defending something when you don't have no defense. Am I making sense? So Satan puts you on a hat of delusion. I'm her world. She needs me. Now you playing God. He need a woman like me in his life. I'm a church-going woman. I'm a Christian woman, but you ain't a believer. Now, can I make it plain? If you're not a believer, you don't have no power. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because the Bible said, these signs shall follow them that believe. So you put on a hat. And now I'm going to rescue him. So I don't have to focus on me. And how many times as he or she has gotten up and left you? They use you to get to a point that they don't need you. Now you've got their pain and your pain, and now you just in a delusional state of mind. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. And you looking at Jesus like, you should help me. And Jesus is like, it's you who need to look at you, because you left me and I have been here waiting on you to come from behind that mountain so I can get back to developing you. Because God has never said that you were not important. You said you were not important. God has always said that you were important, but you let other people bring down who you were because you were not focused on your purpose. You were not focused on your purpose. So you let Satan put the hat of delusion on you. So now when you have on the delusional hat, you can't see straight. You can't think straight. You can't walk straight. You don't make good decisions because everything is coming out of your emotions and your feelings and your pain. And God says you've got to let go of being delusional. Heaven needs you. Heaven needs you. You are important to God. You're important to God. You're important to God. The problem is you're trying to be too important to yourself. You're important to God. Don't matter how you look. It doesn't matter what you've been through. Your pain becomes your weapon of knowing I can't make it. When you go through pain, you know how in the military they give you a badge? When you go through pain and you've been broken, God gives you a badge. And he tells Satan, he said, look at him. He passed the test. Satan says, look at her. You thought she was going to quit, but she kept praying. God says, look at him. You thought he was going to commit suicide, but I stopped him. God says, look at her. You thought she was going to quit, but I rose her up again. That's the kind of God we serve. God said, you thought they were going to lose their mind, but I told them, keep your mind stayed on him. You thought she wasn't coming back, but she's been buried in my name. She's got my blood on her. You thought he was going to quit. You thought your child was going to commit suicide, but your prayers back then paid off right now. This is why God said before he left, he says, I want you to understand, you've been looking on the outside, but greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Greater is he that is in me. I want you to know it's time to come off that delusional mountain. I want you to know it's time to quit looking at another person's vineyard. I want you to know it's time to stop feeling like you're a failure. I want you to know it's time that God's telling you this is a time that I'm going to restore you. I want you to know God's saying, if you trust me, I'll make you better. I'll make you whole if you trust me. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your day. This is your God. There's no pandemic greater than God. God says, I just need to know that you're going to stick with me this time. And you're not going to follow the delusional mountain. I want to know that you're going to stay with me this time. And I'm going to heal you. Somebody say he's doing it already. I'm going to heal you. I'm going to heal you. I'm going to restore you. Everything you thought you lost, I'm bringing it back. Everything that you thought you lost, I'll bring it back. Everything they took from you, I'll bring it back. Woo, Lord have mercy. Everything. Just say, can you just say, I'm going to get my stuff? The enemy broke me, but he couldn't kill me. I'm going to get my stuff. I'm going to get my stuff, but I'm going to get my mind back. I'm going to get my mind back. I'm going to get my mind. 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 My mind. I'm going to get my mind back. Y'all cannot work for the last 2 minutes. I'm going to get my mind back so I can go to school. I'm going to get my mind back so I can go get my money. I'm going to get my mind back that I can work on my gifts and my talent. I'm going to get my mind back that I know who I am in God. I'm going to get my mind back that I'm going to walk by faith and not by sight. I'm going to get my mind back that everything Satan took from me, I'm coming to get it. I'm going to get my mind back. My health going to get better. I'm going to get my mind back. My job going to get better. I'm going to get my mind back that everything. I'm going to get my mind back. I can't walk around that delusional mountain no more. People been on that mountain a long time. So then, when God bless you, look at somebody and say, you won't get funny this time. You won't quit this time. You'll stay focused. When you get that job, Lord, can I tell you something I hear in the spirit? Somebody ready to call you right now, but you got to get yourself in position. Somebody gonna call you. Somebody owe you money. Somebody gonna bring something back. But don't get caught up with the person that bring it. Take what's yours and keep stepping. Keep stepping. I got to get my stuff back. Listen, that's some stuff my great-grandma couldn't get. And I come to get it. I come to get it. And here's the thing. They don't plan to give it to you. But God will make them lip it out. God will make them give you your stuff back. You got to have your land in order to grow your seed. You got to get your land back. You got to think like I got ownership. You can't produce nothing with nothing. You got to get something. I don't care what it is, washing cars, you got to produce something. I don't care if it's house cleaning, you got to produce something. I don't care if it's working, you got to produce something. If it's making masks, if it's making shoes, you got to produce something. And you got to ask God before you touch it, bless these hands, bless these hands, bless these hands, bless these hands. Whatever I touch, let it prosper. Bless these hands, bless these hands. Bless these hands. Oh, Lord have mercy. Bless these hands. Oh, Lord have mercy. Bless them that folk back up from me. Bless them that people talk about me. Bless them that the enemy know I'm blessed. Bless these hands. Bless them. Oh, God. Tell them, bless them. Bless them. My daddy said I was supposed to bless them. Bless them. Bless them. Bless these hands. God gave me a gift. Bless them. God gave me a talent. Bless them. Bless my hand. That I'll bless my children. That my children will bless their children. Bless my hand. I won't get funny when you bless me this time. I won't take what ain't mine. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. Oh, I wish I could talk to somebody and let you know there's a miracle in your family. There's a miracle in your family, but somebody got to know how to work the miracle. There's a talent in your family. There's a seed in your family, but somebody got to know how to handle that seed. We're going to close. Just say, I'm not going to let it pass this time. I'm not going to let it pass. I don't care how dark it gets. I can't let it pass. I don't care who don't want to go with me. I can't let it pass. I got to get started. 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 God bless you.